I think we are good to go.
Are we good?
Chairman, why don't you go ahead
Okay.
and
Okay, we'll
open the
call the
meeting?
meeting to order at 9:04. Good morning, everyone. Ms. Saltmarsh, would you kindly conduct a roll call?
Darren Bailey, Bob Berlin,
Here.
Kelly Cassidy, Joby Cates.
I'm here.
Lisa Daniels emailed me that she was not going to be able to attend, as did Chief Davis. Jacob Delaney,
Present.
Latoya Hughes,
Good morning, present.
Cheryl Ingram.
Here.
Joe Alexander is in for Ari Jones, who my understanding is no longer with the Cook County State's Attorney. So
Here.
Joe, can you see and hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Shobha Mahadev,
Morning, everyone. I'm here.
Scott Main,
Here.
Sharon Mitchell, Robert Peters, Mark Salone,
Present.
and Ryan Spain. I will note again for the record that Steve Sawyer stepped down from the task force, leaving us with 16 members, and we have quorum, Mr. Chairman, so we may proceed.
Very well, thank you. You know, retroactivity has been an issue throughout our meetings, and in that vein, I'm going to ask that we revisit the agenda of our September 30th meeting and call for approval of the agenda of the September 30th meeting.
Actually, we need the minutes of the September 30th meeting approved.
Well, I stand corrected. Has everyone received a copy of the September 30th meeting? I understand they've been disseminated throughout. I entertain a motion to receive the minutes.
This is Joby. I'll make that motion to accept the minutes from the September 30th meeting.
Is there a
Second.
second?
Second.
Moved and second. Discussion? There being none, all those in favor? Say aye.
Actually, Mr. Chairman,
Oh,
we have to
yes,
do a
yes.
roll call because we're
Yes,
on
yes,
video.
yes. I'll get it sooner or later. Ms. Saltmarsh, please.
Robert
Okay.
Peters just joined, Kathy. Senator Peters just joined.
Hi, Senator Peters. Thank you for joining.
Hey, everybody.
All right, we are now having the vote to approve the minutes from the September 30th meeting. I will just call the roll of the people who are present. Bob Berlin,
Aye.
Joby Cates.
I'm here.
Do you approve the minutes since you moved to approve them?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Jacob Delaney,
Yes.
Latoya Hughes,
Yes.
Cheryl Ingram,
Yes.
Joe Alexander,
Yes,
Shobha Mahadev,
Yes.
Scott Main,
Yes.
Robert Peters,
Yes.
Mark Salone.
Yes.
All right, we have approval of our September 30th minutes.
So noted. Okay, are there reports of any other outstanding committee minutes?
No, there are not. We do not have minutes from the public hearing, but a full recording of that hearing is available on the SPAC website for people who would like to scroll through and hear what the testimony was.
Okay, everyone should have received a copy of our final draft. Is there any comment concerning the final draft?
Actually, I have a comment. I
Okay.
want to assure people the draft that you got, several of you did respond with corrections and comments. Most notably the graph that had the two two same graphs on one page has been corrected. We didn't send out an updated draft because the changes that we got were minimal. There was nothing of substance. So thank you for catching typos and some weird grammar stuff. So what you've submitted will be incorporated, and then it will go to the CMS print shop, at which point we are at the mercy of their schedule in terms of when it actually gets done. But this time of year, I'm hoping that it will be a pretty fast turnaround. But I wanted to assure you that all of the changes that you have suggested are being incorporated. And our plan is to have enough hard copies printed to disseminate to all members of the General Assembly. Please let me know and provide an address if you would like one or more hard copies for your own purposes, and we will get those to you. And then, of course, it will be posted on our website, and usually what we have, the CJ website will have a link probably to the report as well. And I just got a note from Yakov that he has a change to his bio, so send that along, Yakov, and we will incorporate that. So that's the housekeeping comments around the report, Mr. Chair.
Are there any additional comments, observations, or questions? There being none, I entertain a motion to approve our final report draft. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Walkov, I second.
It's moved and second. Any comment? Ready for the vote? All those in favor of receipt?
Gotta do the roll call.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Sorry,
Ms.
this is a
Saltmark.
virtual meeting roll. All right. Bob Berlin,
Aye.
Joby Cates. Ooh, we may have lost Joby. No,
She
I do.
just signed back on, so give her a second. She looks like
Okay.
she's trying to connect.
We will
Sorry,
come back.
guys.
We will come back to Joby. Yakov Delaney,
Yes.
Latoya Hughes,
Aye.
Cheryl Ingram,
Yes.
Joe Alexander,
Yes.
Shobha Mahadev,
Yes.
Scott Main,
Yes.
Robert Peters,
Yes.
Mark Salone.
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to Miss Cates. I think you
Yeah.
were not. There we go. All right.
I got kicked off and I came back on. Sorry about that.
Thank you for coming back on. All right. So we have unanimous approval, Mr. Chair.
And that being the case, the final draft will be received. According to our agenda, there's the matter of voting for the disbanding this committee.
And I will just say, this is a formality, and it's a formality because I've recently been more directly exposed to the types of questions that auditors ask, usually about 10 years after the thing happened that they're auditing. So I would just like to have a formal record that we as a task force are making the statement that our work is done and we will not continue to meet in the future.
Well, I'd like to say that it has been an honor to work with such a hard working and enlightened group of people. And it, as a taxpayer, it's reassuring to know that we have all these folks behind the scene working so very hard to produce the kind of legislation that dictates our daily lives. You know, all we typically see is the elected officials doing the sound bites or the news bites. But if the public could have participated in these meetings as I've had the privilege of doing, you'd have to come away feeling assured that we're moving on the right track. Ms. Saltmarsh, you have assembled a tremendous group of hardworking people. It's been my honor. Having said that, the motion carries and our committee is disbanded.
I don't think we had a motion.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know
Got
what?
caught up
I'll
in
go
it.
ahead. I'm going to help you out, Justice Salone, because I adore you. And I'm going to help you out by making a motion to disband the committee and
Thank you.
to include in that motion all of our gratitude to you for leading us through this. Thank you. So that's what I move, if anyone wants to second.
A second.
Shobha, I see your hand.
You can second the first half of the motion.
I
Oh, that
second.
wasn't-
the
that
first
wasn't
half
my
of the
hand.
motion.
Oh, go ahead. I wasn't a hand. It was an applause for Judge
Oh.
Salone for his chairmanship.
Okay, Zoom is more than I can take sometimes. All right, so we have a motion and a second.
I got it this time, Ms. Saltmarsh.
Yes. Your last chance, Mr.
I know,
Chair.
I know.
But I thank you and I appreciate that not only did you chair the meetings, but you participated in our planning calls and gave us much of your time and expertise, and that is deeply, deeply appreciated. So our final vote as a task force, Bob Berlin,
Aye.
Joby Cates,
Aye.
Yakov Delaney,
Aye.
Latoya Hughes,
Aye.
Cheryl Ingram,
Aye.
Joe Alexander,
Aye.
Shobha Mahadev,
Aye.
Scott Main,
Aye.
Robert Peters,
Aye.
Mark Salone.
Aye.
All right. Well, that formally concludes our work, but we still need to have time for public comment on our agenda. So I will remind folks, if you wish to comment, please do raise your hand and limit your comments to 3 minutes and, focus on the subject matter of this meeting, or maybe a bit more broadly, the resentencing task force. So please raise your hand if you would like to comment. Okay, I am seeing no hands. And we just have had Jim Jacobs join us for Sharon Mitchell. But sadly, too late, Jim. But I'm gonna, hey, Jim. Oops, he's still connected. Hey, Jim.
Hi, Kathy. How are you? I'm sorry.
Well, you have either really good or really bad timing, as we've just concluded the public comment portion of our meeting. So we are ready to adjourn. But thank you all for your time and commitment to this work. It has been a very gratifying experience, and it's now in the hands of legislators. So Senator Peters, do with it what you will, and we'll keep an eye out for opportunities to do good work in the future. Thank you all.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Joby has her
has
hands up.
Joby has her hand up.
Oh,
I
Jody?
know, well, a couple quick things I wanted to just say. You guys did some thinking, but I think Justice Salone did mention, the really incredible work of SPAC on this. And I don't want to let the meeting end, Kathy, without recognizing that this was an enormous amount of work for SPAC and for you over the past, 6, 9, however many months, year, whatever. And Senator Peters and Representative Cassidy, who sponsored this legislation, put a huge amount of work into making this happen. And so I just want to make sure that you know how much it means to us in our community. I think maybe I'm speaking on behalf of everyone in all of our communities, that you put so much of yourself into this work. And it's a real testament to your, not just your professionalism and your commitment to these issues, but your vision that we were able to make this happen in this period of time. So thank you. And thank you all
Thank you.
For participating as well.
It was our pleasure. All right, folks. Well, with that, I'm going to wish you all happy holidays and farewell.